morning. Welcome to Travels with Bob LLC, the Out and About edition. This morning I am at the NAB convention in Las Vegas, Nevada, of which I am a proud member, have been for quite some time. So I'm going to walk around. NAB is for the National Association of Broadcasters. So I'm going to walk around, show you some things that are new in the industry, hopefully see some old friends, and just generally create trouble. That's what I'm here for. All right, I've made my way outside for a bit of fresh air and to head over to some of the other halls. There is an interior connection, but I chose not to use that this morning. So I'm going to walk over to the north and south halls and see what they have to offer over there. If you've never been to the Las Vegas Convention Center before, it is quite a bit. Going to show you what's behind me, where I just left. Across the street there, actually you can see the walkway. Then across the street there is the West Hall that I just came from. Until a few years ago, that West Hall was all parking lot area. What initially was only here was the areas that I'm going to show you in just a second, which are the North Hall and South Hall. Right behind me is the South Hall. All the way up in the corner is the North Hall. So those were the halls that were here before. Now they've included the West Hall. So quite a bit of a hall to walk through everything that's here. Turned into the North Hall. Gonna walk around, take a look to see what they have to offer here before heading out to the next. I'm not sure that I'm in the West Hall. I didn't go on the second floor. It seemed to be that it's mostly meeting area, so I didn't go up there. But I probably missed something, but I can always check it on my way out. Bird Dog Technologies, cameras, new innovation, no, not new innovation, but a little bit newer technology that they're using. A lot of great companies represented here. HP, we have Adobe. Adobe I use every day in video editing, in photo editing. Adobe Creator is one of the softwares I use.
Shoot this out, and then I can sample directly from the canvas. So I'm going to grab my sample and select the first frame that I want to work with. Grab this here. Alright, let me just do this guy. We'll give that a second to see if that's going to get through. But what it does is it'll go through and look at the image, and it removes the car completely, and then it does like a little bit of like inpainting from the background, so that get the car removed, but then whatever was in the background is kind of placed in. So it's kind of like doing like a generative fill or something like that that you can do in Photoshop, but it ends up creating like a very clean background fill, which is exactly what I wanted. So, lucky us, it worked. So we're gonna left click and drag it out, and you can see what it did. Zoom in on it. Just completely remove the car. So here was the image that I used, and then here's the secondary image here where it just completely removed the car. So one of the other things that I wanted to
As I said, HP, one of the groups represented here today. When you're watching news in the morning, this is an example of the green screen process. Using that green screen behind him, they can project onto that green screen an image that they want. When you're watching weather, when you're watching traffic, this is how they do it. There's the camera, the cameraman. Again, the image being represented. This is what the presenter looks like. Dell technology is being represented. I myself, I have always been an individual using Dell laptops, Dell computers, because they've had the best prices for what I need to build. But of late, I've gone with home-built computers so that I can get very, very specific needs out of my machine. So my computer at home is of a higher-end build, but it is built to my specifications and for the things that I need it for. Other than that, Dell Technologies is one of the premier for cost and availability that you want for desktops or laptops. I will have to look into Black Magic Design. I'm thinking that it may be something for gamers, but they have a huge area here. Again, they're using the green screen process, but it's professional editing. There you go. When you say game, this is behind the scenes, what you don't see for sports events. There's gentlemen sitting behind multiple screens like this, and they have controllers such as this. They can input, they can change volumes, they can decrease volumes, they can change camera angles, they can zoom in, out, all kinds of crazy stuff to make your video entertainment worthwhile. I have absolutely no need for this, but I could get in trouble using something like this. Look at the board. I have a number of examples set up here. This in the media is what they call a board, operating board. When I worked for KKSF and when I worked for KKIQ, I had to learn to operate a board similar to this. Not quite this functional, but this is what you used to have to help to do with the broadcast of the songs. We're walking through the lobby. We've exited the North Hall, headed to the Central Hall. Then from the Central Hall, we will continue on to the South Hall. Looks like we're headed into the area that is more of the handheld type broadcasting, such as what I'm carrying with me, and or cameras. Okay, I am now in the central hall, the largest of the halls. And I feel there's going to be quite a bit of foot traffic. Well, not foot traffic necessarily, but quite a bit to see in here. Arcona. This is a setup that I would love to have at home for my indoor cameras. Little joystick. You can control each camera individually. Toggle the joystick, move it around. These are an example of the cameras that they offer. This is PTZ control. You do any type of handheld recording, such as with cameras and certain other devices. This is a company you are probably more than familiar with, as the association All Things Media Cards. I'm Scott, Virtual Production Studio. We're learning how to do podcast or other studio things, which is what I'm going to need to bring my YouTube channel to life just a bit. I don't know that I'll be using the green screen process, but there's the green screen. And there's the young lady up there. What's being projected behind her.
So,
For those of you that use the technology of a handheld camera,
they shot.
they now have, well, they probably have always had them, but these are mounted onto the hot shoe of your camera. Give you a much better visual representation of what you're videoing. Be a little bit too much for taking pictures, but it works great for video. You ever wondered what the outside of the Matrix looks like? I'm going to show you. That's what Neo was trapped in. This is a company whose product I am currently using. DJI. I am actually using their Osmo 8. Actually, it's the Osmo 8 Mobile is what I use. That is what I'm actually using right there. What we have here, the DJI Pocket 3. This looks to be my next purchase. I'll be moving away from the cell phone. I'm just having too many issues. This is an all-in-one. It uses everything that I use right now. It's a built-in gimbal. You can see the cameras on the front there. Has face detection, tracking, and when recording, it also has image stabilization. You can zoom in using this toggle right here. It's a power button. Comes with comes with a base there, so you can mount it, sit it on the table. But you can also have a stick for it. I believe that's a microphone.
That's a microphone. It comes with a mic too.
Yeah.
And you don't need the receiver to connect. You just need the transmitter to connect with it, to pair with the Pocket 3. If you choose the Creator Pack combo, it comes with all the
everything
here.
Excellent. This is something that covers a bit of my background. Glam Cam shooting master classes. During my photography tenure, I did offer classes. I've offered classes. I've presented classes for basic photography, studio photography for beginners. Very interesting.
So more than, let's say, regular TV cameras, but much more. That is top-notch technology. And finally, maybe you noticed my accent.
Pro Photo Light Booth, another company I'm very familiar with. I use quite a bit of their photography equipment in my studio. B&H Photo.
There's always a possibility.
One of the biggest product companies for handheld camera equipment, lighting, tripods. They were the go-to company for everything that you needed. Actually, still the go-to company for everything that you need. Oh, hey. You can do this our car. They have it set up so it looks like the car is driving through the back area there. This is awesome. So that camera there is shooting inside of this. That is what you see as the camera moves out.
Over at the right-hand edge, and this allows you to add additional.
There's more on the Adobe
modules
products
that
where you can
start
sit in.
with one of these presets
Actually have
and
setups there.
tweak it
You can
and
sit there
customize it and add modules to
and
it
learn,
as you
go
want.
through what the
You can
instructor
save those
is
very
going
easily.
through.
And modules, styles, and adjustments.
Passed up Adorama. Lexar, as you can see, very back there by Pro Photo. DZO Film Lens Company. Well, I ran out of time to make it to the third hall, but there is a ton of information here. I got some new ideas. Unfortunately, some good, some not so good, but all of them costly. So we'll see what that entails, what my visit here today entails for my channel in the future. Travels with Bob, LLC. Thank you.